don't drown by falling in the water. You drown by staying there. Life is a way of knocking all of us off our feet. Sometimes it's a heartbreak we never saw coming, a career that unravels overnight, a betrayal that changes the way we trust, a diagnosis, a failure, a loss. None of us are immune to falling into deep water. It's part of being human. But falling isn't what determines the rest of the story. Staying there does. You don't drown because life knocked you down. You drown when you convince yourself there's no reason to keep swimming. Everyone falls into deep water. One of the biggest lies we tell ourselves is that everyone else has somehow figured life out, that they're stronger, luckier, more resilient. But if you could see behind the curtain, you'd discover something remarkable. Everyone has moments when the water rises above their head. Everyone has experienced grief, fear, failure, disappointment. The difference isn't who falls. The difference is what they choose to do after they fall. Pain is part of life. Permanence is a choice. Pain is inevitable. It visits every life. But pain has a habit of whispering something dangerous. This is who you are now. This is how your story ends. This feeling will last forever. Pain wants you to believe that the moment you're living is the life you'll always have. It rarely tells the truth. Feelings change. Circumstances change. People change. You change. The hardest seasons of your life often feel permanent while you're living through them. Looking back, they become chapters, not the whole book. Survival begins with one small movement. When someone is caught in dangerous water, they don't swim to shore with one giant stroke. They keep moving. One breath, one kick, one reach. Life works much the same way. When you're overwhelmed, don't ask yourself how you'll survive the next 5 years. Ask yourself how you'll get through today. Sometimes even today feels too big. Then ask yourself how you'll get through the next hour. Progress is rarely dramatic. It's often quiet. Small movements keep people alive. Don't build a home in your pain. Pain deserves to be acknowledged. It deserves compassion. It deserves time. But it was never meant to become your permanent address. Some people become so familiar with their pain that they begin decorating it. They stop imagining another future. They stop taking chances. They stop believing healing is possible. What began as a season quietly became an identity. There is a difference between honoring your pain and living inside it. Healing begins when you remember that one is temporary. The other is a choice. You are allowed to rest. You are not meant to give up. There is an important difference between resting and quitting. Rest restores you. Quitting convinces you that tomorrow cannot be better than today. If you're exhausted, rest. If you're grieving, pause. If you're overwhelmed, slow down. But don't confuse needing a break with reaching the end of your story. Even the strongest swimmers stop to catch their breath. They simply don't stop swimming. Resilience is built in the water. Most of us wish we could avoid life's difficult seasons, but resilience isn't built on calm shores. It's built in rough water. Every challenge you've survived has quietly taught you something: patience, courage, perspective, compassion, strength you didn't know you possessed. You probably wouldn't have chosen those lessons, but they became part of you anyway. Some of the heaviest things you carry are invisible. Not every struggle can be seen. Some people are carrying anxiety. Others are carrying loneliness, regret, shame, depression, grief. From the outside, they may appear perfectly fine. That's why kindness matters. You rarely know how hard someone is fighting to stay afloat, including yourself. Give yourself the same compassion you would offer someone else trying to keep their head above water. Let people throw you a lifeline. One of the greatest mistakes we make is believing we have to survive everything alone. We don't. There is incredible strength in saying, I'm struggling. I need help. I can't carry this by myself anymore. Whether it's a trusted friend, a family member, a therapist, or a support group, reaching for a lifeline isn't weakness. It's wisdom. No one hands out medals for drowning in silence. Keep swimming toward the life you want. There will always be reasons to stop, reasons to believe nothing will change, reasons to settle where you are. But hope has a remarkable way of growing through movement. Every healthy decision, every difficult conversation, every boundary you set, every morning you choose to get up again. Those are all strokes toward the shore. You may not see land yet. That doesn't mean it isn't there. The water is not your destination. Falling into water is not failure. It's part of life. What matters is remembering that you were never meant to live there. Your story is bigger than your hardest chapter. Your future is bigger than your current struggle, and your strength is greater than you probably realize. You don't drown by falling in the water. You drown by staying there. So take one more breath, one more step, one more stroke toward the life waiting for you. Because as long as you're moving forward, hope is moving with you. Slay reflection. S. See where you are. What difficult situation have you been sitting in longer than you need to? L. Look toward the shore. What would taking one small step forward look like today? A. Accept help. Is there someone you trust who could help carry part of what you've been carrying alone? Why? Your next step. Choose one action this week, no matter how small, that moves you out of survival mode and toward healing. Call to action. Join the conversation. I'd love to hear from you. When has one small step helped you move through one of life's hardest seasons? Share your story in the comments. Your experience may be the encouragement someone else needs to keep swimming. And if you know someone who could use this reminder today, send this to them. Sometimes all we need is a nudge. I'm Carrie Genzel, reading a blog from stateofslay.com. Slay on.